Hello, my love. How are you? Welcome to another Coaching Corner here on YouTube. My name is Sabrina Militello. I'm a coach and founder of Empower Her Coaching. And today we're going to dive into... Okay, listen. You've been ambitious your whole life. I know that about you from the fact that you're here, you're listening to these kinds of lessons. We talk in my DMs all the time. We're working together for some of you. You've been ambitious your whole life. But I have a question for you, something that I presented to one of my one-on-one clients just last week. And it's almost like I could see her brain glitch as she was presented with something that actually turned out to be an incredibly powerful question for her that caused a cathartic self-assessment. Whose ambition is it? You've been ambitious your whole life, but whose ambition is it? Listen, there's a difference between ambition as self-expression and ambition as self-protection. And for many of us, we have been chasing targets that were installed before we were, conscious enough to realize what was going on, through experiences that we had, relationships that we were in, our earliest experiences of what made us feel worthy, what made us feel safe, what made us feel loved, what made us feel enough. And that's all external. Can you see? Maybe you had, and I'm going to use an example personally, a parent that you only felt seen, heard, valued by when you achieved something. And you were only shown validation when you achieved something. And so very early on, I received the messaging that I was only good, I was only worthy, I was only valuable when I was achieving something. And so everything that I did in my life, in a lot of ways, everything that I still do, because I'm still working on this, we're all a work in progress, is to prove my worth through achievement. Because that was the experience that I had. That's when I felt safe in my home environment. Nobody was going to kick off at me because I was just being celebrated for achieving something. It's when I felt seen. It's when I felt worthy. It's when I felt enough. And so everything that I do is tied to my output, my performance. That's when I feel worthy, enough, safe. And I'm wondering if you can recognize yourself in that too. And the thing about this is, we are running a program that we never chose. We're running a set of beliefs that were never ours to begin with. Because all of those circumstances, the experiences that made you feel that way, the conditions that made you feel that way, they were all external. They were all externally provided by your environment, your caregivers, your peers, whatever situation you can attach to, right? And so when I ask the question of whose ambition is it, that can be a hard question to ask, because all of a sudden, everything that we've been working for our whole life, is it actually what we want? Or is it what we've been conditioned to want based on what makes us feel safe, worthy, and enough? Now, this is a deep question. It's a deep conversation, but I think it's worth having based on what we talked about last week with the McKinsey report, what I continue to see in our social environment, in our cultural kind of conversations around women experiencing burnout, women losing their ambition, women kind of the girl boss era being dead, women no longer wanting to drive towards things. We're even taking the piss out of each other with like the I have therapy trend. been wanting to maximize and optimize how our bodies feel or perform, that is even being ridiculed. There's so much coming at us about why we should just lay in a corner and eat Cheetos and not care about our lives, not care about what we've got going on, what we're building for our future, what we're building for the quality of life that we want to lead. So I think this is a really important question and conversation to have. Whose ambition is it? Because when you understand that some of the stuff that has been driving you forward was never chosen by you, that's maybe why it's been easy for you to be like, okay, yeah, I'm not ambitious. Oh, I don't want that career advancement. Oh, I don't really care about moving ahead in my life. Oh, YOLO, I just want to enjoy today. Who cares about retirement? Who cares about my future? It's easy to capture that and run with that when you're operating from a set of beliefs and programming that you never chose in the first place. But when you do choose your own, you do recognize that actually my ambition is because I want a quality of life that is free from all the bullshit that I was presented in my previous life. I have ambition to do more and be more and have more because I want to break the generational curse that my family line has been tied to. I have ambition for better because I want to powerfully serve my community or this particular demographic or population of people. I want to lean into my ambition because there's so much that I want to do to make the world better or my family's life better or my life better. When you decide on what it is that you actually want, now having ambition is no longer something that we're kind of, oh yeah, that era's dead. Because it's your ambition that you've chosen. Can you see what I'm saying? So it's really important to understand that if you don't ask yourself that question, then you're simply operating from a program that you didn't write. And so it's really easy to poo-poo all of that, right? But when the external markers of success, whatever you've made that mean based on that conditioning that you received, when they start to disappear, when you start to no longer place your worth outside of yourself, things shift very dramatically on the inside. And the thing that we need to be clear about is that sometimes those external markers of success disappear because we let them go, because we're choosing our own path. And that's the preferred state. Sometimes those external markers of success start to disappear because we start to reach burnout. And so we're not achieving anything, right? We're on the hamster wheel, but nothing is really coming of all that work we're doing. We don't feel like we're making progress. We're approaching burnout. Sometimes those external markers of success, we're not reaching them because AI has come in and disrupted our daily workflows, because now AI can do what I used to do. And so where is my path? Because remember, our worth and our identity have been fused inextricably for decades. And so the AI disruption conversation is not actually about skilling up or about, just go and learn AI like it is with so many other of our peers. Now it's an attack on our identity, and that's a whole different conversation. So maybe that's why things are disappearing. Maybe your role changed. Maybe it's just another Tuesday. It's just another day, but you had this realization that I'm not operating based on what I actually want. The only thing that's left then, so all the external markers of success have shifted because of any one or combination of those things. The only thing that's left is the only thing that's real. But most women don't have any kind of relationship with it. And so it feels foreign and wrong. And that is you. You, as a human, having innate value just because you exist. And when I say that to people, first of all, when I first heard that, it came from like a legit monk, right? It came from a like a Tibetan monk that I had been kind of looking at his teachings, and I was like low-key studying Buddhism and kind of taking on this kind of ethos and this work, because I just wanted to be happy. I just wanted to be happy. I wanted the noise of my mind to quiet. I wanted some of the pain and the hurt that I was carrying around. I wanted to let it go, but I just didn't know how. So I was studying and I was finding ways, like methods, teachings around happiness and joy. And I heard from a Buddhist monk, you don't have to prove your worth. The fact that you exist is proof. And I remember hearing it, and it didn't even register, right, the first time. And then I hear it again, and I hear it again, and I hear it again. Probably about the 50th time of hearing it, I sat with it. I sat with the possibility of it. Could that be true? Could that be real? That I am worthy just because of who I am? And again, I'm still working on extricating my worth and my performance. So this is not something that I've found the cradle of life to and everything is all hunky-dory. I'm still working on it. But that was the first time that I saw possibility for something different. And so when I say to you that when those external markers of success fall away, all that's left is what's real. And what's real is that your worth has nothing to do with your output or your performance. You will reject that because you don't have a relationship with that. You've maybe never heard that as a concept, or you have, but you don't believe it because you're still running that programming that was put on you, that you felt safe when you performed, you felt worthy when you performed, you felt like you mattered when you achieved. So I understand that this isn't work that, we're just going to do today and life is going to go on and you're going to be jumping on rainbows and riding unicorns. Like, I understand. But the thing that's really important that I think you need to take away is that, like I said before, there's a difference between ambition as self-expression and ambition as self-protection. And so much of how our ambition has been laid out for us has been for self-protection. So you work and you work and you work and you strive and you strive and you strive, because when you're achieving, you're good. When you're achieving, you're valuable. When you're achieving, you matter. However, having ambition, really leaning into why you want to create whatever it is that you want to create, you want to develop whatever it is, you want to achieve whatever it is, why you want that, and it's yours, that is a form of self-expression that is incredibly valuable, not only to you as a human, but also to the world. I truly believe that women will change this world, but we can only do that when we are living fully into our magic, our fullest self-expression, the things that light our souls on fire, the things that make us feel alive. We can only do what is going to be necessary to change how our society is, how our cultures are, if we're fully living into that. And so your ambition has to be yours. Like I started this video with saying, you've been ambitious your whole life, but whose ambition is it? When you can answer that question with a categorical mine, things change dramatically. I realized that I had climbed an entire mountain and then some, and then some. And I didn't even notice the view, let alone value the view, let alone take pictures of the view. I had been going for so long, trying to prove my worth, trying to prove my value, trying to say I matter, I belong, I'm enough. I climbed and climbed and climbed for decades in the pursuit of that. And I achieved some extraordinary things that I didn't even take time to recognize, sit with, celebrate. And that's a change that I had to make for myself, because it's a never-ending cycle if you continue to lock yourself into that. You'll continue to perform, you'll continue to push, you'll continue to strive, and there's never a sense of, you never have that sense of, I freaking did that, because you never give yourself the opportunity to recognize it. That's why women get burned out. That's why women start to lose their spark. That's why the cultural conversation is about women losing their ambition. It's not that we've lost our ambition. It's that we've been running a program that was never ours. It was never chosen by us. Our work is to do the choosing, re-spark what it is that sets our soul on fire, and then doggedly pursue that thing. Not because we're trying to prove our value, but because that's the thing that we know we were created to do. I hope this served you. I always end our conversations with that statement, that I hope this served you, because I really do. I really hope that the conversations that we have and the topics that we bring up and the things that we explore together here can open up a channel of exploration, self-exploration for you, that will inevitably end or lead to you living your fullest expression. That's my hope. Okay? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about this. You can comment below, you can shoot me a private message. I would love to hear from you. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Maybe subscribe to the channel. I would love that. You can share this with anyone that you think needs to hear it. And until next time, take care.